back to WWE 2K20 Universe Mode. Welcome back. We are kicking things off with the returning Christina Jacobs, as we saw last week. Answering the kind of open challenge out to Nia Jax. So we're going to see what she has to say here tonight. So as always, sit back, get your choice of beverage, get your snacks, get comfy and cozy, and let's get this party started. We are 2 weeks out / episodes out of Takeover Brooklyn. You all know why I'm out here tonight. We're going to get into it. The focus is all about someone else tonight. I'm sure you've been closely following what's been happening lately, so without further ado, I like to think of myself as a pretty great superstar. I know my way around the ring, both in and out of it, but not every superstar treats the ring with the same amount of respect as me. Well, what does that mean, both in and out of it? Like, we need answers. I need answers. We all need answers. This isn't my first rodeo. I've been around the block in the WWE, and I know the drill. I know you've got to take your lumps sometimes, but I know that you've got to take them back just as much, and that's what I'm going to do tonight. So Nia Jax, it's time for you to answer for your words. Are you ready to do that? Again, Nia Jax, last week, making an open challenge for TakeOver after losing a #1 contenders match. So she made her own match. And I think we might be getting the irresistible force right here tonight. Let's see if she shows up. Nia Jax, not like most girls, and these two have got quite the past history with one another. And so here we go. Nia Jax making her way down to the ring. Got a cup of coffee, so we need to just enjoy the little things, like our cups of coffee in the morning. That's how I see it. But here we go. Nia Jax, Christina Jacobs, right in the middle of the ring. Nia Jax being all like, yeah, I'm not going to touch you just yet. I just need a microphone. But here we go. Let's see what Nia Jax has to say. You call that a promo? I've heard better speeches from a toddler. Maybe you should go back to preschool and learn a thing or two. Bonus, you'd fit right in with your classmates based on how you typically act. I mean, that to me sounded like very much a toddler thing, but go on. I want to know how this will unwrap. You all know why you're out here tonight? Let's not beat around the bush. It's obvious to me, and it's obvious to the WWE Universe. There's no fooling anyone, so you may as well be straightforward so we can get through this quickly. She's not wrong. She's not wrong. Keep talking. Every new line is more fuel for me. Each one is a new chance to respond and show how much better my lines are. They're breaking the fourth wall! My lines are the best lines. Your lines are like used lines from a wrestling thrift store. Alright, I'm not gonna lie, that was hard to read out loud, and yet here we are. I wish I had a clone so I could show you how to properly interrupt another superstar. Granted, that'd be a waste of my clone's time, because she's capable of so much more. And I would know, since she'd be a clone of me. Okay, this is going off the rails real fast. Like, what is going on? This is great. You think you're so smart, but when it comes to athletic ability, you're dumb as a rock. Your talent will never compare to mine, so much so that you don't deserve to be in the same zip code as me. Go on, get out of here, put some distance between us before I really make you look bad. Oh my goodness. I mean, to be fair, a little bit more apart, they'd be practicing social distancing, that sort of thing. You really think so highly of yourself that I'll fall for your tricks? I can see what you're doing. You're barely even trying to hide it. You're better off just being direct. It's healthier for you to be honest like that. You know what? That is true. Honesty can be the best medicine. Coffee. Oh no. Oh! Right to the head, and everybody, we've got ourselves a crazy brawl underway. No worries. We will be fixing that at the bottom, in our lower third. In just a little bit. But Nia Jax going right on the offense. Oh God, we heard that over here at the commentary table all the way back here. God! I'm in pain just hearing that. Oh, and a sling blade from Jacobs right there. Trying to get a little bit of an advantage, but Nia Jax taking her down with a snapmare takedown. Huge kick. Jacobs not backing down from Nia Jax. Another sling blade. This time followed up with a huge drop kick. Again, that speed is going to be at her advantage at this point. Which is, you know, being clearly demonstrated here. Showing Nia Jax that she refuses to back down. And again, these two met up at SummerSlam, and so there you have it. Also, if you're wondering where I'm getting this from, so basically our character's background, we're pulling it from My Career Universe mode. So there you go. It's 11 parts, 12 if you count like the 2-part episode. So go watch that if you're bored. But here we go. Referees are pulling them apart. Let's see what's going to be coming up next after an explosive start. Right, we finally got our opening matchup underway here on NXT. Velveteen Dream, Tommaso Ciampa. Winner of this match will go directly to Takeover to join Roman Reigns and Drew McIntyre in the Fatal 4-Way ladder match to determine a future #1 contender for the World Heavyweight Championship. The loser of this match will be joining Jeff Hardy and Cesaro in a last chance triple threat match to get that 4th spot at Takeover Brooklyn. So that's where we're going with this. So far, we've got some good matchups underway for Takeover, including Samoa Joe versus AJ Styles for the World Heavyweight Championship in a last man standing match. That was announced, I believe it was last week or in between episodes, but if not, that's what's going on. That's what's going down. Aleister Black and Brock Lesnar are going to be in a match as well, so that should be a lot of fun to watch. We have the New Day versus Breezango in a tag title match for the NXT Tag Team Championships. We have Rhea Ripley versus Sasha Banks for the NXT Women's Championship. And of course, we have Christina Jacobs versus Nia Jax in a regular match. So we still got 3 more matches sort of left to fill out. We'll be going over those, well, starting right now. So later on tonight, we will have our first of 2 triple threat matches on for 2 different matchups. One will be a triple threat match for the Intercontinental Championship at Takeover Brooklyn, and the other will be a singles match to determine a future #1 contender for the Women's Championship. So we're starting to finalize the card. We're going to finalize everything next week. So far, we got about 8 matches, so I'm excited. You should be excited. Pretty much all titles are on the line as far as I know. So all titles will be on the line. #1 contenders will be, figured out. But tonight we have one heck of a matchup underway here. Velveteen Dream, Tommaso Ciampa. Let's see what's going to happen between these two. Who's going to take over and who's going to next week's last chance triple threat? If shenanigans happen and they both lose or what have you, then, we'll go from there. We'll go from there, everybody. We will go from there. But Tommaso Ciampa outside the ring alongside Velveteen Dream. They got a 10 count. That's they're at 5. I don't think that this is the last time we're going to see these two, face off. Velveteen Dream wisely getting back inside the ring. Again, both of these guys could use the huge matchup at Takeover. I'm excited. You should be excited. But here we go. Ciampa counters. Oh, God. And Ciampa going up to the top rope. What does he have in mind? He's waiting. He's waiting. Or not. What is going on here? What is Velveteen Dream thinking? This is not the time for theatrics. Oh, what a move. And Velveteen Dream wisely getting outside the ring to create some distance between himself and Ciampa. The referee begins the count. Again. Oh. Alright, we're at a 3 count. Oh, and a huge boot onto Velveteen Dream. We're at a 4 count. Alright, we're at a 5 count. 6. These two have just been going at each other. And Ciampa getting back inside the ring at an 8 count. Can Velveteen Dream make it back inside the ring? Oh! And Ciampa breaks up the count out. He is not done with Velveteen Dream by any means. Holy poop. Oh, and a huge move from Velveteen Dream. Trying to get some momentum back in his favor. Again, any and all momentum is going to be much, much needed heading into TakeOver Brooklyn. Both Ciampa and Dream are inside that ring. Huge backbreaker from Ciampa onto Dream. Oh, okay, my back hurts just watching that. Alright, here we go. Oh no. Oh, God. And Velveteen Dream, having that good ring awareness, he knows to get out of there. He knows. There's no other way around it. He knows. Oh, and a huge move, huge toss onto Ciampa. Oh my goodness. Beautiful dropkick. And Dream with a huge leg drop onto Ciampa. These two got a little bit of history as well. But for right now, they want that spot at TakeOver. Who's joining Roman Reigns and Drew McIntyre in that ladder match? Who will be joining Jeff Hardy and Cesaro in the Last Chance Triple Threat? We're going to find all that out and more after this match. Well, with this match. Oh! And Velveteen Dream going for the pin. And Ciampa kicking out. What does Dream have to do to put away Ciampa? We're going to find out. Oh no. Oh, and a huge neck breaker. And Dream is not done, and Ciampa fighting his way back. Oh, and a huge arm drag. And Ciampa going for the pinfall attempt on Dream. And Dream kicks at it too. Oh my goodness. What's Ciampa looking for here? He's looking for it. Oh, God. Could this be it? And Tommaso Ciampa is heading to TakeOver. Whew! That ladder match is looking to be quite interesting. What do we got here? A hard-fought victory and a huge win for Tommaso Ciampa. Oh, no. No! Oh, my God! And Ciampa just stomping right into Velveteen Dream. And here we go. Rey Mysterio and Matt Riddle. A big rematch from Money in the Bank. So the winner of this match will be joining Robert Roode and a winner of, well, a match later on tonight. We're going to have a big triple threat match at TakeOver Brooklyn for that Intercontinental Championship. So there you have it. We got Matt Riddle or Rey Mysterio, and then later on tonight we will have EC3 versus Shelton Benjamin. The winners of those two matchups will be going on to TakeOver to face current champion Robert Roode, Bobby Roode, however you want to word it, on, TakeOver Brooklyn. Give people opportunities here on NXT. That's what we're here for. Rey Mysterio, Matt Riddle, of course, were in that first match to determine the #1 contender, or the first Intercontinental Champion, I should say. God, that feels so much better. So, full disclaimer, for a little while I was getting the US and IC titles mixed up on commentary, and then I just straight up decided to switch the belts, after the pay-per-view, and I think, you know what, that makes a lot more sense, so there you go. But either way, we're going to see who's going to win right here tonight. Could it be Matt Riddle looking for his first Intercontinental Championship, or will it be Rey Mysterio looking for his at least second Intercontinental Championship. Probably more than that, given his, illustrious career. But Matt Riddle swatting Rey Mysterio right out of the air. Definitely an interesting contrast of styles. Mysterio, of course, known for Lucha Libre, one of the most legendary high flyers in the history of the business. Matt Riddle, huge MMA background, lots of strikes, lots of submissions, huge technical skills right there. Oh, and just throwing around Mysterio like it's no one's business. Either way, this could prove to be an interesting matchup for Robert Roode on their own, really. And the referee is just gonna keep going. He's counting. That a 3 count. Oh, and huge strikes onto Mysterio from Matt Riddle. And Mysterio misses a huge spinning heel kick. Oh. Matt Riddle showing a little bit more of an aggressive side of him tonight. And, kind of needs to do that. Just a little bit, just to keep Mysterio down. Got a 7 count. Oh, and Mysterio, slamming him right into the steps. We're at an 8 count. Mysterio's back inside the ring. And breaks up the count out. So that means that the referee has to restart the count from 1. These two are just battling back and forth outside the ring. Got apologies. Still a little tired, waiting for that coffee to kick in. Oh god, they just keep slamming each other right into those steps. There's no love lost between these two. Referee's at a 4 count. Mysterio pandering to the crowd, trying to get the crowd on his side a little bit. Let's see what's going to happen. Referee's at a 6 count, and Riddle reverses Rey Mysterio. And Matt Riddle just throwing Mysterio. Mysterio gets up. And they're both inside the ring, back at the 8 count. So who's going to win, Riddle or Mysterio? We're going to find out. I think he's going for it. Oh! Oh, what a huge knee to the face, followed by a German suplex. And Mysterio kicks out. I think Riddle's looking for it. I think he's looking for something. Oh. Oh, God. And Riddle connects. Is this enough to put away Rey? And Mysterio kicks out. There's a reason Rey Mysterio is known as the ultimate underdog in this business, and we're going to find out, if we haven't already, why that's the case. Mysterio bouncing back with a huge clothesline. Riddle countering, rolling out of the way. Mysterio looking for a Northern Light suplex right there. Could this be the opening Mysterio needs? We're going to find out. And a huge suplex from Mysterio onto Riddle. Followed up by a huge drop kick. We're going to see what's going to happen here, folks. We're going to see what's going to happen here. Oh! And a huge Hurricane Rana. I think Rey is looking for it. And a huge 619 from Mysterio onto Riddle. What a move. And Mysterio going for the cover. And a 1 count. Riddle powering out of the 619. Holy crap. And Rey is looking for something here. And a huge frog splash onto Matt Riddle. Is that the opening Mysterio needs? And Mysterio is going to take over Brooklyn. Punching his ticket in one of the 3 spots for the Intercontinental Championship picture. This was an awesome win for Rey Mysterio. Respect to both competitors. And Riddle is back up on his feet. Trying to show a little bit of sportsmanship right there. Offering a hand. And Mysterio shakes Matt Riddle's hand right there. A sign of huge sportsmanship from both competitors right there. What a huge win for Rey Mysterio. And a huge showing for Matt Riddle in general. Right, friends, we are back from commercial break. Triple threat action underway. Asuka, Natalya, and Maurice going at it right here. So the winner of this match will be inserted into a simple one-on-one singles match at Takeover Brooklyn to become the new #1 contender for the NXT Women's Championship. That championship will be determined at Takeover Brooklyn between Rhea Ripley, the challenger, and Sasha Banks, the current champion. But tonight we're going to find out which one of these three women are punching their ticket to TakeOver to compete for a future opportunity for the NXT Women's Championship. And Maurice showing her skills right here. Again, Maurice definitely all three of these women are in-ring vets. So we're going to see which one of these three are going to capitalize on this opportunity here tonight. Asuka, of course, debuting 2 weeks ago in NXT after she debuted at Money in the Bank. So we're going to see how that all pans out. We're going to find out. But Natalya, huge German suplex, kicking Maurice right to the back, right there. Asuka wisely creating some space between herself and her opponents, leaving Maurice and Natalya back inside the ring. Again, we're going to be finalizing a lot of these matchups for TakeOver. Whether that's tonight or next week, we're going to find out, people. We're going to find out. I believe the next triple threat match will be next week, but I could be super duper wrong. We'll have to check our notes over here at the commentary booth. So that should be quite fun. So yeah, next week the second triple threat match will include Toni Storm, Mia Yim, and Ronda Rousey. And again, the winner of that match will take on the winner of this match. So, simple one-on-one match, sometimes it's needed, right? And, you know, if it warrants a special stipulation, then we'll keep you all up to date. But either way around, I'm excited to see how this match is going to unfold. Lots of different characters, personalities, all of that good stuff. I totally forgot I still had milk from my bowl of cereal that I had before I started filming. Alright. But Maurice is on the outside of the ring. Smart move, creating a little bit of space, creating a little bit of distance. Not so smart if your opponents are about to pin each other. Or, you know, are in a pinning predicament. Natalya is in the corner right now. Maurice is the only one standing. Maurice has definitely got a good showing here tonight. She's showing, you know, she's got a strong showing in general. And speaking of women's matches at TakeOver, we will be seeing both the #1 contender and the champ in tag team action tonight. So, get excited. I'm excited. You should be excited as well. But we've got ourselves quite an interesting situation here. Natalya is on the outside. Asuka is inside the ring. Maurice with a huge backbreaker onto Asuka. Tilt-a-whirl backbreaker almost. Or no, it was kind of almost a sidewalk slam that kind of went into a backbreaker. Pretty cool stuff. Maurice going to the top rope, connecting with a huge leg drop. Oh, and a huge DDT from Asuka onto Maurice. Natalya is back into the mix. Big back suplex onto Asuka. Maurice trying to get back up onto her feet. Asuka wisely rolling out of the ring. Natalya, huge slingshot suplex from the ropes. And Natalya going for a cover. And a 1 count, Maurice powering right out of that. Pinfall attempt, I should say. Alright, big counter for Maurice. What are these women looking for? It could take one big move to put somebody away. Oh, and a smart small package from Maurice. Very clever move right there. That is why Maurice is a former Divas champion, trying to vie for her first NXT Women's Championship. Asuka, the longest reigning NXT Women's Champion so far. Natalya, also looking for her first NXT Women's Championship. And Maurice going for the cover. And a 2 count with Asuka kicking right out of it. Getting right back onto her feet. All three women are now up. Oh. I think Maurice is looking for it. And she connects with a huge move right there. Going for the pin. And Natalya wisely breaking up that pinfall attempt. And what's Natalya looking for here? Oh no, this is going to hurt. And the submission hold is locked in right there. Will Maurice tap out? Will she get out of it? And Maurice gets out of that hold. Maurice. Natalya's in the corner. Maurice is laughing at Natalya, just like, ha. I've got this match under wrap, folks. I've got this match under wrap. And a huge boot right to Natalya's face, trying to slow Natalya down a little bit. Asuka's still out, so I don't know what's going on here. Okay, Asuka's moving. Natalya gets out of the ring. And here we go. Oh, and a huge backbreaker onto Asuka from Maurice. Maurice has had a very strong showing in this match. Maurice is dragging Asuka and goes for the pinfall attempt. Oh, and a very close 3 count. A very, very close near fall. Maurice is cleaning house in this match. Like, whether she wins or loses, this has been a very strong showing for Maurice and Natalya, but mainly Maurice. I think a lot of people might be underestimating Maurice here in this women's division. But Natalya going for a cover, and a 1 count. Maurice powering right out of it. Asuka's still trying to get her footing, and she's back in this. All 3 women are in this, and a huge discus clothesline from Natalya. Natalya going for the pin, I think, or about to go for the pin. And Asuka breaking up the pin, and also it looks like Maurice was kicking out right at the same time. Natalya back in this, going right after Asuka. Maurice trying to get her breath, just, trying to keep that under control. Natalya showing her, dominating offense right here. Asuka had a really strong showing 2 weeks ago, but I think that might be faltering just slightly, just very, very slightly. So we're going to see what's going to happen. Will it be Asuka? Will it be Natalya? Will it be Maurice? We're going to find out, but Natalya is the only woman standing so far in this matchup. And Natalya going for the cover. And Maurice breaking it up at 2. Maurice going right after Asuka. And Asuka counters, huge arm drag. Natalya going for, I think, a suplex maybe. She's got her... Oh! And Maurice counters. What a huge move from Maurice right there. Huge kick from Maurice. Okay, well, we don't have rope breaks and triple threats. Oh, and a huge 1 count. And Maurice breaking that up. Oh! Maurice is going for something here. And she gets that move on Asuka once more. And Natalya not far behind either, breaking up that pinfall attempt. Natalya, huge back suplex. Oh! Asuka taking Natalya down. Maurice on the outside of the ring. Asuka's looking for something here. I'm not sure what she's looking for. But if she connects with a huge move, this could change the direction of this matchup. She's giving a lot of huge kicks onto Natalya. Maurice on the outside of the ring. And Asuka is going to take over. Maurice knocking out the referee right after that 3 count. Oh my god. But what a huge showing from all 3 women here tonight. Again, the NXT Women's Division is it's genuinely stacked. So Asuka will be taking on the winner of next week's triple threat match between Toni Storm, Mia Yim, and Ronda Rousey. All 3 of those would be quite interesting matchups, but congratulations onto Asuka for punching her ticket to Takeover Brooklyn. Again, #1 contender spot will be on the line. So that's kind of where we're going.
Here is your winner, Asuka!
Can Asuka reclaim what was once hers? Maybe she'll punch in that ticket to return back to her NXT championship. But for now, congratulations to Asuka for punching her ticket to NXT Takeover Brooklyn. Oh my god! Okay, we just got word, and our cameras are backstage. Brock Lesnar, Aleister Black. Oh my god! Brock Lesnar, Aleister Black going at it backstage. Oh my god. This is huge. This is huge. Oh my god, Lesnar just throwing around Aleister Black like it's nobody's business. Aleister Black, of course, Mr. Money in the Bank, has a future championship opportunity in that briefcase. This all goes back to a few weeks ago where Brock Lesnar got attacked by Samoa Joe. Aleister Black replaced Brock Lesnar in that Money in the Bank ladder match. And of course, Brock Lesnar was not thrilled about losing that spot. And he lost his matchup, he being Lesnar, at Money in the Bank as well. in the triple threat match against Samoa Joe and AJ Styles, when Samoa Joe, well, he kind of, you know, made Brock either tap out or pin. Not sure which one it was offhand, but either way, these two have got a little bit of a history, slash they've got, you know, the makings of a very interesting matchup. This has gotten very personal. This has gone very, very personal. And as a result, we are just now receiving word from... Oh my god, okay! Lesnar's just throwing, I guess, Aleister Black literally everywhere. But we have just received word from our general manager, Kurt Angle, that this matchup at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn will be an Extreme Rules match. That way, these two can just go at each other like it's nobody's business. They can use all the weapons they want to. Wait, no, not Extreme Rules. Hold up here. This will be a no-holds-barred match. There we go. Sorry, Kurt, we're good. My apologies. My brain's just, you know, kind of mushy right now. So, no-holds-barred match between Aleister Black and Brock Lesnar. Anything goes. You can only win by pinfall or submission. Suplex City, right on that concrete backstage. Holy cow. And Aleister Black still getting up, still fighting. This matchup could be huge for either Lesnar or for Black, but Black needs this win to prove why he belongs in that NXT champion, or not the NXT championship, the World Heavyweight Championship picture. Oh my god. Oh, and a huge F5 onto Black. And there you have it, Brock Lesnar viciously assaulting Aleister Black. Let's get back to the action, everybody. Let's get back to it. Alright, we just had an explosive confrontation between Brock Lesnar and Aleister Black backstage, but we are back in our final of 2 qualifying matches for the Intercontinental Championship match. The winner of this match will be joining Rey Mysterio and current champion Robert Roode in a championship matchup for that Intercontinental Championship at TakeOver Brooklyn. Shelton Benjamin, EC3. We're going to see who wants that opportunity even more. So this should be an interesting matchup. These two have had, you know, they've kind of been at it, you know, throughout Battle Royals, throughout previous encounters. So we're going to see who wants that championship opportunity here tonight. Shelton Benjamin, of course, a former Intercontinental Champion in his own right. EC3 still looking for that first IC Championship opportunity and that first, well, championship in general, leading with the Intercontinental Championship. Shelton Benjamin, huge suplex, and EC3 counters and gets out of it. Huge knee right to Shelton Benjamin. Both these guys could definitely use the huge win right here. So we're going to see who's going to make it to TakeOver. That's kind of where we're at. The TakeOver card is pretty much almost finalized by this point. So this could get very interesting very fast. Again, we just got word that the match between Brock Lesnar and Aleister Black will be no holds barred. Anything will go. You can only win by pinfall or submission. EC3 going for the cover. And Benjamin gets out of it very, very quickly and onto his feet once again. These guys could definitely benefit from a huge TakeOver match, just in general. They could definitely use a huge win here. And Benjamin going for the cover. And EC3 powering out of that pinfall attempt from Shelton Benjamin right there. Definitely a huge opportunity for both of these guys to have a big TakeOver match. That alone will help either one of these guys quite a bit. And that is the motto here. We give people opportunities here on NXT. Give them opportunities to shine, have matches, etc. So, next week we will have our final matchup to determine the last of 4 participants in the Fatal 4-Way Ladder Match to determine our next #1 contender for that for the World Heavyweight Championship. I keep wanting to say NXT Championship, but that's not the case. Again, we like the big gold belt over here. That's what we're here for. But then we also have the final of the triple threat matches to, well, I mean, to be fair, we only had one. We'll have a triple threat match to see who will take on Asuka to determine our next #1 contender for the women's division, and a rope break. EC3 showing some great ring awareness right there, countering a huge drop kick from Shelton Benjamin, and right into a guillotine. Can EC3 pull out a huge win here tonight? Oh, and Benjamin, huge counter. Right into a very swift backbreaker. And this could really help either one of these two quite a bit just to get to Takeover. And, you know, we'd have some good triple threat action right there, right? Right. Whether that's Mysterio, EC3, and Rude, or Mysterio, Benjamin, and Rude for the Intercontinental Championship. So, get excited. You should be excited. I'm excited. And we'll kind of go forth from there. That's where we're going. These two have been neck and neck this entire matchup, countering left and right, really feeling each other and knowing when each other is going to strike. Benjamin, huge clothesline. Is he looking for something here? I think he might be looking for something here. Oh, huge move from Shelton Benjamin. EC3 wisely climbing, or not climbing, but grabbing onto the ropes. Smart move. Benjamin, of course, going for those ropes once again, throwing EC3 right into that top rope. Oh, and a huge super kick. We didn't even hear it. That's how, like, crazy everything got. Oh, and a huge move from Benjamin. And Shelton Benjamin punches his ticket to Takeover Brooklyn. Rey Mysterio, Shelton Benjamin, and Robert Roode will be in that huge triple threat match for the Intercontinental Championship. Shelton Benjamin picking up a huge win here tonight. I don't think EC3 is very happy about losing that matchup right here. He's got to be humiliated. And this might not be the last time we see these two face off, people. This might not be the last time we see these two face off. But for now, Shelton Benjamin, Rey Mysterio, and Robert Roode for the Intercontinental Championship at TakeOver Brooklyn. That match is finalized. We're going to see what happens the rest of the night. We have two more huge matchups. Up next, AJ Styles taking on Cesaro. Alright, everybody, here we go. AJ Styles taking on Cesaro. This is going to be a really interesting matchup, everybody. This is going to be quite interesting. Styles going for a pinfall attempt right away. Kind of a smart move right there. You know, try to go for those frequent pinfalls, making sure that you get your opponent down. Styles, of course, taking on Samoa Joe for that World Heavyweight Championship at TakeOver Brooklyn in 2 weeks' time, / 2 episodes' time, really. So, again, TakeOver will be live. Well, not live, but you get my point. TakeOver will be happening on Tuesday afternoon. Get excited. It's the least I can do since, you know, Tuesdays is kind of one of those weird days where if you're just watching, you know, WWE, there's not a whole lot going on Tuesday. But if you do watch wrestling, like, there is wrestling on Tuesdays, as far as I know. But either way, Tuesday's a very chill day. Didn't want to have it on Wednesday because, you know, we have a lot of, you know, there's a lot of wrestling. If we're gonna quote CM Punk right there, there's a lot of wrestling. And there really is. But tonight we have this huge matchup. Cesaro will be in the last chance triple threat match alongside Jeff Hardy, Velveteen Dream, for the opportunity to be in the Fatal 4-Way ladder match at TakeOver to determine our next #1 contender. That match includes Roman Reigns, Drew McIntyre, and Tommaso Ciampa next week. Reigns and McIntyre will be facing off against one another. Jeff Hardy, we're not sure what's going... Oh, wait. Why am I thinking Jeff Hardy? Tommaso Ciampa. Oh, my God. I'm a mess. We're going to see what'll happen with Ciampa, but you know what? At least we'll have Reigns versus McIntyre for next week. Nia Jax and Christina Jacobs will also be in action as well. Pretty much got a lot going on for our go-home show next week. I'm not going to lie. So, we have 2 more matchups that are still to be determined / finalized due to last chance matches. Big triple threat match next week as well to see who will take on Asuka at TakeOver for that Women's Championship opportunity in the near future. So, lots of build-up, lots of stuff going on. And we have a huge main event coming up after this match as well between Rhea Ripley, the challenger for the NXT Women's Championship, alongside Ronda Rousey versus Sasha Banks, the current NXT Women's Champion, and Toni Storm. So this could get interesting, but for now, AJ Styles going for a huge armbar onto Cesaro. Cesaro, of course, a huge technical, pretty much like a technical master at this rate, wanting to prove why he belongs in that conversation to be a #1 contender for the IC Championship or the World Heavyweight Championship. And I think we're going to see that throughout either this match or in the near future, but this so far has not been looking too good for Cesaro so far. Styles, huge move right there. Again, Styles is trying to get any and all momentum he can get going into TakeOver. And a huge 1 count and Cesaro powering right out of that. Again, we got a whole lot of matches coming up for TakeOver, lots of really interesting ones. And oh my god, huge uppercut out of nowhere from Cesaro. And a 2 count, Styles kicking out of that. Could that have been the opening Cesaro needed? Oh my god, what an uppercut out of nowhere. Cesaro's looking for something here. Oh god, he's got something in there. And Styles immediately countering that, trying to reduce the amount of pain, the amount of damage from that move right there. Oh my god. What a bit of a comeback for Cesaro right there, if I've ever seen one. Again, TakeOver Brooklyn will be on sometime on Tuesday. And Styles with a 2 count, Cesaro powering out of it. Again, there is a reason why he's known as the Swiss Cyborg for a reason. But Cesaro's not looking good here right now. Ushigoroshi from AJ Styles. He's looking for something here. Styles is looking quite impressive here tonight, going for that pinfall attempt right here. And a 2 count, Cesaro powering out. This match has been mainly Styles tonight, but Cesaro's had some he's had some moments, folks. He's had some moments, but what is Styles looking for? I think he might be looking for something. Could it be? Could AJ Styles connect with the Styles Clash? And he does! And AJ Styles picking up a huge win on the road to TakeOver Brooklyn. Can we see that heading into Brooklyn as well? Not sure why Brock Lesnar's back out here all of a sudden. But here we are. Alright, it looks like Brock Lesnar, Aleister Black are, out here. I guess Lesnar chased Styles out of the ring. So, yeah, after the big backstage attack, Lesnar came out, chased everybody out of the ring, and I kind of don't blame Styles and Cesaro for leaving. And I guess we got a face-off between Lesnar and Black, heading into their big no-holds-barred match at TakeOver. So, we got ourselves a huge main event. Rhea Ripley and Ronda Rousey taking on the current NXT Women's Champion, Sasha Banks, and Toni Storm. Let's go. Alright, everybody, it is main event time here on NXT. The baddest woman on the planet making her way down to the ring for this huge main event tag team matchup. Ronda Rousey, of course, former champion in her own right.
Is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Venice, California, the baddest woman on the planet, Rowdy Ronda Rousey.
Ronda Rousey, of course, a huge accomplished athlete right here, trying to make her way up the ranks here on NXT to get her first NXT Women's Championship. But for tonight, she will be teaming up with the challenger heading into TakeOver Brooklyn, Rhea Ripley. Get your snacks, get your choice of beverage. We got a huge main event for you tonight here on NXT, featuring and showcasing our women's division that has, quite frankly, gotten quite stacked as of late.
And her partner from Adelaide,
And here we go. Rhea Ripley on her way down to the ring, of course, punching her ticket in to face Sasha Banks for the NXT Women's Championship. Sasha Banks, of course, was looking for a challenger, and Rhea Ripley answered the call, wanting to make a name for herself for that NXT Women's Championship here on NXT. And we'll see how that unfolds. They had a great matchup at Money in the Bank to crown the inaugural NXT Women's Champion here on NXT. And we're getting ourselves a little bit of a rematch coming up here at Takeover. And I'm quite excited for that match. It should be really good if it's anything like their first matchup. But tonight, Ripley must team up with Rousey to take on the current NXT Women's Champ and Toni Storm here tonight.
And your opponents first, from Gold Coast, Australia, Toni Storm.
So here comes Toni Storm, another woman who wants to make her way in the women's division here. Again, the women's division's pretty stacked right now in terms of talent, and so Storm is trying to find herself a way to stand out from the rest of the pack. So Toni Storm, Sasha Banks teaming up to take on Rhea Ripley and Ronda Rousey here tonight. So, of course, we got another triple threat match to determine who will take on Asuka for an opportunity at that NXT Women's Championship in the near future. That will feature Toni Storm, Mia Yim, and Ronda Rousey in a huge triple threat match next week. The crowd is kind of behind Ronda Rousey right now, and I'm kind of here for it. But for now, the champ and the boss is coming out. The champ is here.
And her partner, from Boston, Massachusetts, the NXT Women's Champion, Sasha Banks.
I'm also not sure if y'all know this, but WWE Music's channel has Sasha's new entrance theme, remix version of it, on their channel after being on like a 7-8 month hiatus from uploading anything. So just letting you all know about that is a little bit of a PSA, but Sasha Banks, the blueprint, the boss, the champ, out here tonight alongside Toni Storm to take on her number one contender, Rhea Ripley, and Ronda Rousey. Two very dangerous tag teams right there. So we're going to see what happens. We're going to see what unfolds between the boss, Storm. Well, we're going to find out what's going to happen here. Big main event. Crowd's really into this potential matchup. A lot of these potential matchups we have not seen yet. So Ronda Rousey starting things off for her team, and Toni Storm starting things off on her team. So we got Rousey versus Storm to kick things off here in tonight's main event. This is going to get really interesting, everybody. Oh, and a huge throw from Ronda Rousey onto Storm. And Storm! Oh, and a huge stunner right there. Storm going for a quick pinfall attempt. Smart move. And Ronda Rousey powering out of that. Then Rousey and Storm will meet alongside Mia Yim next week in a triple threat match. Winner of that match will take on Asuka for a future NXT Women's Championship opportunity. So we're going to see how all that unfolds. But for now, we got this huge main event right here tonight. Oh, and a huge kick right to the gut of Toni Storm from Ronda Rousey. I hope you all have been enjoying the crap out of this series. I sure have. I've enjoyed recording it, even though at points I probably... See, here's the thing. I've been recording this series at night, so today I decided, oh, okay, let's just record this during the morning. I can study in the afternoon, and then, like, in the evening, I can just be a potato. So, Rousey and Ripley, huge double team move onto Storm. Ripley and Storm have plenty of history with each other, to say the least. So we might get this matchup at some point along the line in the near future, once again, reignite that feud. But for now, they're in tag team action on opposite teams. Sasha Banks, of course, being one half of the first, the inaugural, women's tag team champions. So she knows a thing or two about tag team wrestling. Ripley getting out of that hold right there from Storm. Ripley trying to prove why she's the number one contender. I think she's doing a good job of that. Frequent tags in and out with Rousey. They're showing potential teamwork right there. Storm getting out of the corner. And immediately taking down Ripley. Cranking at the head. Ooh. Just trying to slow down Rhea Ripley a little bit. And Storm is looking for a tag, and the boss is in. The champion is in the ring with the #1 contender. Well, we might be able to get a small little sneak peek as to what we can expect coming up at TakeOver Brooklyn. Huge Hurricane Rana from Sasha Banks. Huge elbow from Ripley. And these two had one heck of a matchup at Money in the Bank. Definitely recommend watching it. Ronda Rousey trying to get a little bit of momentum for her team going on there. Trying to get that tag in. And Ronda Rousey is in the matchup right here. Huge punch to the face to the champ. Of course, these two met way back at Royal Rumble 2019 for the Raw Women's Championship. So, they've only had one match against each other, but you never know. That could change in the near future as well. So, depending on how next week's Triple Threat goes and how TakeOver goes, we're going to see some new stars potentially being formed. We're going to have some interesting matchups, and Banks, Keggs, and Storm. So we have Ronda Rousey, Toni Storm right here on NXT. Storm taking down Rousey. Huge knee to the back. And Rousey counters. Oh, and a huge slam from Ronda Rousey onto Toni Storm right there. Again, enjoy your coffee, people. Enjoy your drinks. Enjoy your snacks. Oh, what's Storm looking for here? Oh, and a huge head scissors from Toni Storm. Toni Storm. Oh my goodness. I can't talk. It's fine. And Sasha Banks dropping down onto the floor. Interesting move right there. Is she leaving Storm to her own devices? What's going on here? I need answers. But for now, Ronda Rousey is looking for it. Oh, God. Oh, God. And Storm looking for the tag, and Rousey gets the tag in to Rhea Ripley. Storm trying to claw over to get the tag in, escapes the ring, gets out of there, trying to get Rhea Ripley into her corner. Huge chop right to Rhea Ripley's chest right there. And boy, oh boy, did that sound like that hurt. What's Storm looking for here? Oh, what a huge move. Definitely a game changer right there. And Storm tags in the champ, Sasha Banks. What are we going to see here from Sasha Banks tonight? Getting Ripley right into the corner. That referee clearly not, paying much attention. We need to get him out. Oh! And some huge elbows from Sasha Banks onto Rhea Ripley. Ripley countering. Huge strength advantage over Banks. Oh, and a huge cutter from Rhea Ripley onto Sasha Banks. Ripley tagging in Ronda Rousey. Clearly just trying to get a little bit of distance away from the champ, wanting a little bit of a bigger picture or better picture of what Sasha Banks can do. So Banks, Rousey, again, huge tag team matchup here. Huge punch right to the face from Rousey as well. Rousey wisely keeping Banks in their corner. And a huge scoop slam from Ronda Rousey. Let's see what's going to happen here. Oh, and a counter from Banks. Banks needs to get out of that corner. She wants to have a little bit of a fighting chance in this matchup for her team. Banks going for something here. Huge neck breaker from that top rope. And Banks looking to tag in Toni Storm and is successful. Storm is back in against Ronda Rousey, just like how we started. And here we go. Oh, what is Storm looking for here? This looks huge. Oh, God, what a huge move. Sorry, everyone. I'm a little sleepy just because, well, my sleep patterns are a little screwed up. Storm going for the cover. And a 1 count. Rousey getting right back up onto her feet. But Storm not backing down. Trying to prove why she belongs in the title picture. And a huge punch from Ronda Rousey right there. And those two will meet with Mia Yim in a triple threat match Whoever wins that match will face Asuka at TakeOver for a future championship opportunity. Ripley and Storm, plenty of history between those two. And Storm with a huge boot right to Rhea Ripley. What is Storm going for here? Is this the opening that Storm needs for her team? Huge leg drop right onto Rhea Ripley. And Storm going for the cover here. And a 2 count. Definitely would have been a huge win for Storm no matter what. And Storm getting the tag into Sasha Banks. This is about to get good, everybody. This is about to get good. And what is Sasha Banks going for here? Ronda Rousey breaking up that submission attempt right over there. Definitely one heck of a matchup we got between these two teams. Banks going after her #1 contender right now. What's Sasha looking for? Oh, and she connects bankrupt. Banks looking for a pinfall, I believe, right here, and she goes for the cover. And Ripley kicks out at 2. What a huge move right there from Sasha Banks onto Rhea Ripley. Oh, and a huge move. Oh my god. Huge, huge move. And Ripley is back into this. Could this be the opening that Ripley needs? Oh my god. Look at that strength that Rhea Ripley is showing right here. Look at how long she is leaving Sasha Banks in the air for. Oh my god. What a move from Rhea Ripley. And a 1 count and Sasha Banks powering out of it, showing everybody why she's the women's champion here on NXT. Huge counter from Rhea Ripley. And a Northern Lights suplex onto Sasha Banks. Could this be the opening that Ripley needs to capitalize? Huge clothesline from Ripley. We're going to find out. Ripley slowing the pace down in her favor. Going for a pinfall attempt right here. And a 1 count, and Sasha Banks is not backing down at all, showing the crowd why she's the champ, why she's the blueprint, why she's the boss, trying to get everyone to her corner. Huge snapmare takedown. Ripley counters. What's going to be going on here? Oh, and a huge knee right to Sasha Banks. Could that be the opening Ripley needs to capture that title at TakeOver? Could that be the move that she needs? A huge pinfall attempt right here. And Sasha Banks powering out at 1 once again. Might have taken a little too much time. A huge move right there from Rhea Ripley, showing her strength. A little too much pandering to the crowd. That might cost her. I think Rhea might be looking for it. Rhea Ripley might be looking for it, everybody. She's looking for it. Oh, and the riptide. And right into a cover. And Sasha Banks kicks out at 2. If Ripley hits that at TakeOver, it is over. Oh, and a huge Uranagi onto Banks. What a huge matchup this has been, and a huge showing for all 4 of these women, showcasing why they belong in these title pictures and for these title opportunities. Definitely a huge, huge move. and Ripley countering Banks right there. Banks trying to get a tag into Storm, and Storm enters the match. Oh, and Ripley catching Storm right in her tracks. Definitely a huge showing from Rhea Ripley right here. But Storm countering with a huge German suplex onto Ripley. Again, all these women are taking valuable seconds away from the match for showboating purposes. Ronda Rousey more than likely is the freshest woman in this matchup by this point. Rhea Ripley going right after the champ right there with a huge taunt her direction. The crowd is not having it. It's Storm. Storm's looking for something. Oh! Could this be the opening that Toni Storm needs? And Toni Storm pinning the #1 contender in a huge tag team victory for herself and Sasha Banks. What a main event we just saw, everybody. And a huge showing for the #1 contender, for Toni Storm, for the champion. Ronda Rousey kind of letting everybody else do a lot of the heavy lifting, which might be reflective. But next week, Toni Storm has some momentum riding on her side as she goes into the big Takeover #1 contender opportunity match right there. The qualifying match, there we go, against Rousey and against Yim next week. Look at some of these highlights right here. #1 contender and the champ definitely did not keep their hands off each other or their eyes off each other.
Toni Storm and Sasha Banks.
But a huge win for Toni Storm, Sasha Banks. Thank you all so much for tuning in here to NXT on Universe Mode. So once again, huge win for Toni Storm, Sasha Banks. Next week is our go-home show, well, really it's tomorrow, for NXT. We got a lot of huge matchups. We're finalizing the card heading into TakeOver. TakeOver should be out on Tuesday, and if not, it'll be out on Thursday. So it'll be out on one of those 2 days. So keep your eyes peeled for that. Either way around, this has been one heck of an episode. Lots of huge moments for a lot of people, lots of huge moments in general, and lots of good things shaping up for TakeOver. So as always, thank you all so much for tuning in. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, do all that fun stuff here on YouTube, and I will see you all later with some more NXT Universe Mode goodness. Bye everyone!